Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TMA Sunday Night Live. And this is the Pidge, and I'm joined by the Moobs.
Hey, I'm here, people.
And Sir Aidan.
Hi, guys. Sir Aidan has made it back in time.
Fresh from, I would say Highbury, but it's not, because I'll be lying. It's from the Emirates.
Yes.
So, guys, get ready. Message in, Skype if you can, TMA live at outlook.com. And if you're lucky enough to be on my friends list, only a few, you can Facebook call me as well, and it's optional. So honestly, it really is up to you.
It's at the bottom of the contract.
It's at the bottom of the contract. It's in the small print. Even I can't read it. That's how small the contract is. I've even used glasses and everything. So, guys, just remember, get all your opinions in. Your opinions do count. And today, we're first port of call is Arsenal. This early kick-off this afternoon, unfortunately, a 3-0 defeat for the Hornets. A missed penalty by the big man himself, Troy Deeney. Let's get your opinions on that, but first we'll get the opinions of the boys. So, off you go. We'll get your opinions first, lads, and then...
Yeah. Go on, I'll let you go first, man. Well, first half, we just got hammered. Arsenal were completely walking through us, left, right and centre. And... to be honest, it all came down their left wing, our right back.
Yeah.
Janmaat was just getting torn apart like it was nothing. And then every time they're running at him, he was backing off, too scared to touch them because he knows what they're like. They will go down with the slightest bit of touch.
Yeah.
And then the second half, that penalty from Deeney, it was such a weak penalty. It was like the penalty against West Ham a few seasons ago. No, how he just side foots it. Yeah. He done the exact same. He side footed it. I don't know why, because 9 times out of 10, he puts his foot right through it, and it goes into either the centre of the net or the right of it. But no, he decides to side foot for it to the left hand side.
Yeah,
and even when he had the ball stepping up to it, he didn't look confident that he was going to score. And I didn't feel confident that he was going to score because his body language was down and he wasn't up for taking it.
I think the other thing we had, today was Pidge done his homework on it. I don't think anyone can knock it. He knew what way he was going to put it. He knew where he was going to put it. And he was like, yeah, I've already got this. I think he gave him the look to say, I'm saving it.
It's just like Vardy. He always has his place where to place it, and that's exactly the same with Troy. They don't mix it up.
Yeah, but Shearer always used to do it either left or right, but it was so near the corners. It was so no keeper could save it.
Even I'll say it now. Harry Kane does it and all. He smashes it in the bottom corners now because he's been caught out trying to place it down the middle.
Yeah, but he always puts his foot right through it.
But he'll always put his foot through it.
Deeney didn't put his foot through the penalty. He side-footed it.
Yeah,
which is very, very rare to see with Deeney.
Exactly.
Well, what do you think with mixed? Because he didn't obviously see the game. He said, from what I've been told, we played very poorly and it looked like we were playing for damage and limitation. I would say our first 15 minutes, Mick, honestly, mate, first 15 minutes we were poor. Yeah, I'll agree all day long. But I'll tell you what, most of that game, apart from as well the last 10 minutes, rest of the game, I think we completely matched them and we should have had at least 3 goals from that. Two that Pidge saved. 1 free kick with Pereira missed almost the sitter, pretty much. The one with Charleston's great header. Yeah. I mean, good save by Czech.
It was magnificent.
And Deeney's penalty.
Yeah. No, I do agree, and I think I think today our back line, I think some of them let us down in a big old way, and I think the two I'm going to point the fingers at are Janmaat and Prodal. Because Prodal was trying to play offside so many times. Mary Apper and that just didn't know what they were doing. They were looking across going, what are you doing? Next thing, bang, they've run through.
First goal in case, the communication? Because me and Dino have been chatting about this, the young man who's next door. He was saying that...
Red carded tonight, guys.
But he was saying, though, and he's got a good point, that Maps moved away and allowed was it Mustafi to pull away, but also Holbash should have got in front of his man. If he'd seen him coming, he should have got in front and tried to get it. Yeah. I mean, obviously it happened so quickly, then in slow motion it looked really poor. that Maps moved away. I'm not saying Maps is the sole reason why we lost or any of that crap. It was just how you viewed it on the replays. I know you guys had the benefit of seeing it live. We saw it in the replays.
I was dead in line with it.
When we saw it in the replays, when you see it from this angle and the players are this way, when you see it from there, Maps has moved that way. Holbass has said, oh shit, there's Mustafi's coming at me. Couldn't get in front of him in time, and Mustafi's obviously had a free header.
Exactly.
That's how I do it.
And Mustafi plays that header straight into the corner because no keeper would stop it.
Yeah, and I think it's just genuinely communication, especially for that goal, let us down.
And yet, over the last few weeks, we've been improving on that.
We have, definitely, yeah.
So to take a step back on that today, I think it's a bit of a poor one. And you, like Aidan said, guys, I was not amused with Janmaat today, and I think Firmino as well at times, because there was times he didn't even want to track back, and they were getting the run on him. It
was just a relationship between Firmino and Janmaat, to be honest. They don't work well together.
I think they haven't had enough time to play together, though, have they? They haven't had a series of 10 games in a row, something where they've
only had 2. This was only their second time playing with each other.
Look at all the good wingers, right back combinations that have had seasons and seasons, and you can see that understanding. Or even 10 games. Give them a few. They haven't had that 10-game streak where they look confident. They didn't look 100% confident. But tell you what, Janmaat going forward, he put some decent balls in. Okay, they were high and deep, but at least he tried. Him and Firmino looked dangerous when they're pushing forward. It was just that understanding at the back that lets down a little bit.
Yeah, there was, and I think today the substitutions didn't work. For the first time, they didn't work because Akaka come on and he was just he was lost.
I didn't know who came on. Actually, I don't want to be too horrible on him.
It's not just that. Just who came off as well. It was the wrong people to bring off.
Yeah.
Pereira was having a great game. He went off for some reason.
Yeah.
And
shuffled the pack.
Yeah, and Kaka came on. Then Hughes came on for
Firmino.
Yeah, for Firmino. I said should have brought off Capu, because Capu was having an okay game, but then if you bring on Hughes for Capu, it pretty much cancels it out. You just got fresher legs in there.
That's true. But when the Firmino sub happened, I would have pulled Janmaat. I would have pulled Janmaat and shoved Firmino back to right back.
I was saying 20 minutes to go, bring off Janmaat and bring on Gray.
Yeah, I think Andre Gray would have loved that today.
Yeah,
because Rob Holding is not the greatest defender.
No,
and he had the most easiest afternoon in his own career.
The main thing going up today was there was a lack of pace up there. Gray would have absolutely loved it, getting in behind.
He would have done
left, right, and centre.
Without a shadow of a doubt, he would have done. I don't dispute that at all.
Guys, just message us in. See what. Thank you very much for the messages. What's up, gangsters? In it.
Paul Musley. Yeah, for a minute. Yeah, man.
Boys, keep the messages coming in. We will be reading out as much as we can. I mean, Sir Ray said.
Sir Ray of Cookshire.
Sir Ray of Cookshire said Pereira's skill doesn't challenge for the ball. Capu was found out in midfield, miss cleverly. First goal, the guy was unmarked. We said about that as well. I agree with him. There was some good moments. The penalty, so defining moment. The young man has messaged in as well from next door. Hello,
he's literally.
He goes, hello, we're just over there.
About 10 seconds more.
Hello, I thought we played okay. We had 2 good chances and we can't miss penalties. He changed his mind normally. He would blast it. It's always the first thing. You always say the first instinct is always the one.
Right through it.
Evening, Seren is saying Max has had a great first half. Arsenal, a quality team. Prodal had a nightmare.
Prodal today, he was sometimes there, sometimes wasn't. He'll make a great interception and then let the guy get behind him.
Yeah.
Great tackle. Loses the ball.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing? Sort yourself out or get off the field.
Exactly. I think maybe he probably would have been taken off if we had maybe 1 or 2 more defenders available. Because I think we're literally running with 3 defenders again. And that's now Britos, Mariappa and Prodal. I think they're the only 3 that are fit enough to play a game.
Yeah,
the rest of them...
We're still waiting on Dustcart.
I've got to say, though, Holbass was a bit decent today. Yeah, he had a few mistakes in him, but but overall, Holebas was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse if Holebas wasn't on point.
What about Kinesis? What a great save by
Oh,
Kinesis.
bloody hell. If
Fantastic.
it wasn't for him, we could have easily been
I mean, there's
7-8
two
nil
sides
down.
of that. That if you look from an Arsenal point of view, that was a shocking miss by Ozil. But then you look from our side,
It was a
what
great
amazing
great
save.
save.
Yeah,
Fair
it was.
play to him, amazing.
I was celebrating like we scored.
Yeah.
Because I thought...
How he,
I just went goal. Oh my God, how did he save that?
I
Yeah.
thought...
That's how I feel.
I thought one-on-one it's done. It's
Yeah.
going to be 2-0 Arsenal. We're at the game. He gets his foot to it, goes out for a corner. I was like...
and I think...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other thing you've got to look at is you probably see it again later, guys. If you watch
Yeah.
Match of the Day, because I'm sure they're going to show it. But you see Ozil drop the shoulder as if to say to Kinesis to say, "I'm putting it down here." Then at the last second, he flicks it back to try the other way. But Kinesis has gone, "I don't care what you're doing because I'm standing my ground and I'm not falling for
Probably
it."
Kinesis that made him do that.
Yeah,
made him make that decision.
Kinesis has tricked him
Yeah,
because he
fair
thinks
play
I'm
to him.
going. Because of Ozil dropping the shoulder, going, "Yeah, I'm about to tuck it away." No, you're not, mate, because I've already second guessed you.
I also thought he was going to go for him. And then Kinesis just stood his ground, stopped at the last second. And that's what...
and then gone down
Yeah.
and
Do you
saved
think,
it.
and this is a long shot, I mean, Stuart said this, do you think Prodal looks great with Cathcart as the two centre-halves? Do you think it would look better when Cathcart is, if we do see him fit? This is what he reckons.
Prodal looked better with Cabasele for me.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. He was pretty solid with Cathcart, though.
Prodal and Cabs at the back were near enough unbeatable. But with Cathcart there, he's got to have a lot of training with Prodal to get back to where he was.
I thought Max looked really good. I
He
thought
did.
Max played really good.
Mariappa did
He was
really well.
solid, didn't he, again?
Hello. Who's that? You, me?
It's not me, my phone's on silent.
That's probably me.
It's you.
Yeah. It's a bit of a ping there.
Yeah. Ping. That was a
That sounded.
that was a golf tee going. Here we go.
Right, hole in one.
Yes. But no, I was going to say, unfortunately, but the thing today was we weren't expected to get anything. You know, the onus was on Arsenal to come out and have a go, and they did.
Yeah.
You know, if we could have got something, then it was great, but we didn't. And this is a game where we're not expected to get anything.
Mm.
So, you know, we just sort of like take it on the chin and ride it off, and we go again.
What annoys me with it, they had a day to prepare for us. We had a week.
Yeah.
And even the Arsenal fans were saying on Arsenal fan TV for AC Milan, what Milan done was they sat off Arsenal and it gave Arsenal that opportunity to get in and score. When Premier League teams have been playing Arsenal, it's always been a high line.
Yeah.
And Arsenal hated it because they're getting in the faces of them.
Exactly.
But we just sat off way too much today, and it cost us.
I think when we had the kickoff as well, from the word go, you know, messing around with it and almost letting Aguiman in straight away, I think that was another stupid thing. We don't normally do stuff like that. So what possessed them to get it in their minds to go and prat around with it?
Mm.
You know, it's not what we need. But you know, we did. You know, we held our own, and we all did, and we've all said we created plenty of chances. You know, on another day they'd have gone in. Richarlison with a free kick in the first half. Fair play, Petr Cech, for keeping that out, because I don't know how he kept it out.
But how the hell did Prodal miss it from like 2 yards out?
It wasn't Prodal, it was Pereira.
So Pereira, yeah.
How did Prodal as well? I mean, that's quite amazing. He was just there.
Prodal at the end of the game, I'm sorry, but you don't let that boy hit it on his left foot, and then it was taking a rugby shot. That went flying.
Yeah.
That's not even us just stood there.
I think it's still going right now.
I think it is. It's probably got.
I think Neil Armstrong's
He's still up there. It's good, hello. He gets it back on. The thing is, though, he made a good point though with Prodal that there was times where he put a good block in. There'd be other times going, "What are you doing?"
Exactly, that's the thing. And Mariappa, I think, looked at him a couple of times and said, "What the bloody hell's going on here?"
He was lucky to get away with the Mkhitaryan. While there was like,
well, we all said that.
Jesus.
But
why did he push him? Then I went, oh shit.
He walked through my couple of miles. I was like, no.
Yeah, I think Atkinson today, and I think a few people have got to say this. Atkinson had an absolute stinker.
Oh, he was
Don't
awful.
say that name,
Because how for our penalty that we missed, why wasn't the player sent off? Because I was told it was Mustafi that done the challenge. Now, technically, if he did,
he completely clamoured prayer.
It's a second yellow card.
Why didn't he send him off then?
Because
Atkinson's a prick.
He bottled it because he didn't want the abuse from Wenger.
He messed us.
And you can see it.
He messed us up against Spurs. Now he's messed us up against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Same old Atkinson.
Super Darren Grimley's on. And Collins are lovely to see Collins and Super Neil Price. Neil, you have read my message, and I will wait for your reply, young man. That's all I can say. He knows, Mr. Neil
Just
Price.
clicked.
Yeah.
I'm
waiting for his reply.
I want to touch him now. What happened to Gomez?
Right, I will officially confirm this, guys.
There was a tweet from him.
He's a tweet from him.
Don't see it.
It's not, guys. I know a couple of you have already asked, and this is towards Adam because Adam's asked the question. Right, so I'll give you this as well, and he'll probably elaborate on this further. It wasn't necessarily personal reason. It's actually the manager dropped him today. He said, "Look, I accept it." This is pretty much what he said in his tweet. You know, this happens. I accept it. And he obviously just went for another direction, put Batchman on. Because he obviously thought the Kinesis wasn't going to go off anyway, so he might as well put Batchman on. That might have been it, because I mean, unless there was an injury, he wasn't going to get on anyway.
No, exactly, and you know, I think at the end of the day, Gomez is professional enough to, you know, to be sat down with the manager, and the manager to turn around and say that, saying, "Look, just this week, can you sit it out? You know, just sit out the match day squad. You know, I'm not doing it to annoy you. I'm not doing it to wind you up.
Another week's rest, isn't it?
Yeah, have a week's rest. Golf to you again.
That's not me.
Got
it on silent.
It won't be on.
It's probably Sir Darren Grimley message.
Yeah, but no, I think, you know, I just think it's the way Javi's going with things. You know, he knows he's got 3 fit keepers. So he's got to try and keep them all happy. So how do you do it? It's impossible when we're only in one competition. You know, we're out of the FA Cup. League Cup's already done and dusted.
Fight for the top 7. That's what we're in.
Yeah, we're in a fight. Yeah, we're in a scrap for that. Yeah. So I think it's probably done Backman some good because it gives him some game experience. And because
especially against a big side like Arsenal.
Yeah, because if he had to come on, what a baptism of fire it would have been, because, you know, he'd just be sitting there. I'm going to go.
I still don't know why Stoke got rid of him, because he's a good young keeper, very, very promising young keeper.
I just think Hughes had decided enough was enough of him, just didn't want him.
Looks like Bojan. I mean, Jesus. I know Bojan's injury prone, but bloody hell, he's still a decent player. I mean, he basically got rid of all his Barca players, you know, and then he had Darren Fletcher.
Yeah. Couldn't even say that is emphasis.
Really hard to start.
We'll see what happens next week, because we might see Gomez back on the bench next weekend. You know, when we go to Liverpool, or maybe after the international break. I think I said it the other week. I think the international break is going to come at the right time for us.
It always comes at the right time for us, to be honest.
Because I've just got a feeling we might be able to shuffle about 3 or 4 of them back from injury back into the matchday squad. Yeah. Because I don't know if anyone who lives around the Hemel area saw it this week, but Mr. Tom Cleverley was at Hemel Hempstead Secondary School, opening their brand new AstroTurf.
Yes.
I heard about that.
And you might have seen some social media posts, but he was actually not on crutches or anything.
That's encouraging.
That sounds good.
He's standing there posing for photos with some of the school kids, and he is not having to stand. He's not standing on crutches. He is actually standing all by himself. So
is that the one where the sports centre sort of half and half used that? Have they actually taken the carpet away and put brand new? No. Or is that further up now?
What they've done is
what
they've done is they've gone in right in the middle of their school playing field.
Right. Okay. Because they had football pitches there, didn't they?
And they've dug half of it up.
About time, because that one down the bottom is absolutely shocking.
No, but they're still using the one down the bottom because that's the sports centres.
Yeah, I know, but the sports centre one looked like carpet. It was basically rucked up on the side, didn't it? It's awful, honestly. You try and run on that on the frost. No, you can't. You can't.
No, actually, you start from
one end of the goal and then up the other one, plainly skidding.
Just go straight to the post.
Even he'll beat you for pace on that.
That's saying something as well.
Well, Bjorn's saying we're in a great position, onwards and upwards. I fancy us to nick a win at Liverpool. We're fucking lose now with a double O. Loose.
Yes, loose. Yes,
we're nothing to lose now.
Yeah, it depends. It depends if Ashley Young hands back Mo Salah after
He can keep
yesterday.
him if he wants.
He can keep him in his pocket.
I'm still looking for that front three. I know this is going to come back to haunt me now because they're actually going to turn up now.
They're going to spank us.
Yeah,
I was going to say they're going to be in a bad mood next week, and I think we're going to have to brace ourselves.
And why am I going?
I'm worried about us going to the cop shots. I really am.
But we'll see. You know, we've just got to see what happens.
Stranger things have happened, haven't they?
Stranger things have happened, but I just don't want us to concede 6 up there again.
No, we're going to concede 8 this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for you. Oh, seriously, it's going to be really
I won't be
rude
surprised.
messages to you.
I won't be surprised.
I'm going to spam whatever websites you've got or whatever like that. With
Just come back WD18 and everything.
I'll ban you from WD18 if we lose 8-0.
Yeah, I think we do need to get a couple of the injured players back out now because it's, you know, you just want to have that possibility of freshening stuff up, especially in the midfield. You know, like Capu and Decore. You know,
we need Chalobah back.
Yeah, we need him and Cleverley to come back.
We need Hughes fully match fit as well.
Yeah, and you can see, and you
I
can
said
actually
he should have
see.
Started today.
Yeah,
For me.
I don't know. I think it's a risk too soon.
Yeah, true.
Because if he had pulled up,
because we don't
It's
know.
the pulling
we
it.
don't
That's
know
it, it's
Cleverley
pulling up.
and-
I mean, he's a good shout. He could have started,
could have done.
but
He
instead of
looked like he should have
hamstring thing,
started.
if he rolls up on his hamstring 30 minutes, he'll be like, bollocks.
Yeah.
And I think it's clear what Javi's actually trying to do now because he's done it with Britos as well. Britos come on again for a substitute appearance. You know, you'd be thinking, well, surely he's in line for a start now. No. I want him fully match fit.
Yeah.
Do you think we should write off next week? This is what Alan's saying. We should write off next week. Our defence isn't equipped to deal with the pace of movement.
It's just a day out.
Daniel
for me.
Sturridge, who's at West Brom.
It's just a day out for me, to be honest.
Yeah,
How can you not
gets
play out
me
in
when-
Liverpool?
It gets me out.
Well, at Anfield, put it that way. Goodison's all right.
Hey,
So
I know people in Liverpool, so
No, I went just Anfield in general. The Goodison, the other side of Stanley Park's are quite nice, but you know, not that bit.
I might as well go to bloody Hemming Library. It'll be the same as Anfield.
Yeah, where is the library? It's in the forum now, isn't it? They're dumping it anyway. You know? There's a book. That's it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I've got a feeling that is right. I think we could have to just write next week off as well. You know, I know we don't want to, guys. Trust me, I know. I don't want to say. I don't want to have to say stuff like this.
No, definitely not.
But I think we need to, and then just focus on the games we've got coming up, because we've got the likes of Burnley, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Huddersfield.
Those are the
games we've
games,
got to get the points in.
Yeah. We get 2 of those wins out of 4. Two of those, we're safe.
We're done.
We should beat Bournemouth and Newcastle at home.
And Bournemouth as well.
You know, I know we're under grass here, but the thing is that and I said this once again. I said this to Dino, that it frustrates me. We had a fantastic performance, amazing performance against Chelsea. All the hype coming in the week towards West Ham, we balls it up against West Ham. Okay, it's Arsenal, and we're not, like you said, we're not 100% expected to win, but all this hype over the last 2 games, quite rightly, we deserved and grounded out to 2 clean sheets, 2 1-0s. All the hype coming into the game, even me saying we're fancying us, we're doing all this, and it goes down flat. And this has happened time and time again.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing. This is just a disappointment for me. You know, I'm not like knocking Grass here or something like that. But.
You know, it is a letdown, but I think at the end of the day, it's also the fact that, all right, we only lost 3-0 today, but we are up against Arsenal, and for, you know, yes, Brighton got the win last week against them, but
it's at home again. Away, Arsenal shocking. At home, they're I mean, okay, they haven't won a home game for a month, but they are much better, much different animal at home than they are away, aren't they?
You know, and the thing was today as well, and everyone probably saw it. Arsenal actually looked up for it. Yeah, I think they actually were up for it. And
it's funny they can't do that every game. No, they probably would win a trophy.
Yeah, they probably would. But yeah, I think I think we probably will have to write next week off as well. But who knows? As
draw.
Bjorn has said, have faith, lads, have faith. But
we said about the one.
My pool captain's actually watching.
Go on.
Hi, Neil. We've got Neil on.
Neil Edwards.
Neil, the pool captain. Well done, son. Well done. Play him this week.
He's actually away on Wednesday, so
Well, he got used to it, didn't he?
Oh,
Pot luck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pot luck.
You keep rolling them off, mate. They don't get any funnier.
No, I'm going to leave that.
Can I just shout out a couple of these? The under-20s development team beat London Bees 2-1 this afternoon, so well done the under-20s development team. And also, unfortunately, the under-18s lost 4-0 to Sheffield Wednesday, but good effort, boys. We'll shout you out regardless. The under-18s lost 4-0 to Sheffield Wednesday, apparently.
I thought they won 4-0.
Did they win 4-0? We've got to confirm that.
I swear I saw something saying they won 4-0.
It's one of me reading it off the news again off of Dave Quick, isn't it?
Unless I misread it.
Check it.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we did the podcast, the fans podcast thing. We said about 17 of the votes said keep because as we said, guys, at the end of this month, the beginning of April, we are moving the podcast Tuesday nights, and then we'll see how it goes because we've got other arrangements on a Thursday. So unfortunately, we can't do Thursdays. So we'll do. Was it 0-0? No, it was definitely thing. Was it 0-0? Why has it got 4-0 on the thing then? Because they're 4-0 on the news thread.
Right,
Sir Dave, if you are watching, can you please post
news,
it back up?
Yeah, which news?
Which one's right?
Anyway,
the Watford FC website.
They're posted with the Watford website. The fans podcast, the fans vote we did for the podcast. 70% said keep both podcasts at the moment, and 10 said just for Sundays. What we're going to do. We'll give you another vote after we start in April, the Tuesday night podcasts. So either the 29th of March or the following week, we will start on Tuesday. So it'll be like two to 3 weeks' time. We'll put it on. We'll do the preview on Tuesdays, see what you think, and we'll put it up to a vote after a couple of weeks. We'll run it for a month. And if you do think, well, Tuesdays doesn't work, it's only a day in between, what we'll do is if you guys fancy it, we'll do an hour and a half show from shall we say, 7:30 on a Sunday till run until 9 o'clock. So that's what I mean. We'll pack more in to a Sunday. So we'll see what you think, guys. So we'll run it for a month. We'll run it on Tuesdays for a month, probably from the 29th of March. And then we'll throw it out to a vote. And if the majority say we'll put it to Sundays, then we'll put it to Sundays. Because at the end of the day, we need you to watch it. So, go on.
We won 4-0.
We won 4-0, right, that's it.
A clinical Watford side inflicted a heavy 4-0 defeat on the Owls.
Right, so you had 0-0, I'd lost 4-0, you've had 1-4-0. I'll go with the 4-0. Well done, boys.
There we go.
It says on the Watford website it was 0-0.
Right, we've got 4-0. I'm going to go with 4-0.
Well, that's on Sheffield. That's Sheffield Wednesday's official website. I've just gone on to.
Well, I'll go with Sheffield Wednesday. Go on the Wednesday. So 4-0. Well done, boys. Under-18. Right, to correct this, the under-18s beat Sheffield Wednesday 4-0, shall we say. There we go. So well done.
Look what something else will say, like 2-1 now.
Someone will say no, they didn't. It was penalties or loss of in a league. But well done under-18s and well done the under-20 development side who beat London Bees 2-1 this afternoon.
Exactly.
So at least one of our teams won this afternoon. So 2-1. The pitch prediction for the development team came through. Boom. That's all I can say. Right.
Did you put money on it?
No, because I didn't know they were playing. But you good on it.
Oh, right card.
We've already gone through the Gomez thing. Like we said, we did actually emphasise this because we were asked this earlier. It was a tactical reason. He did tweet this up. Gomez did tweet this up on his official Twitter and did say that he was left out, but this happens and, we move on. And like you said, it was probably just to rest him and give Batchman a chance. So if you were a bit perplexed by that, it was just tactical. It's not to do with personal reasons whatsoever. Right, Alan's saying rubbish. We were in a game for long periods. We weren't spanked. I'm not having it. 3-0 doesn't tell the whole story. They took their chances. We didn't. That's it. Yeah, and actually, exactly. Alan, I completely agree with you. So do you. And I know, think Sir Aidan, you reckon you agree with that? I've said it. And it's similar to Chelsea. Yeah. I said, Alan, honestly, it's similar to Chelsea, where. Okay, I think we played him better.
Second half, we should have got back into the game easy.
Poor defending for the 3 goals. Poor finishing or chances not taken, shall we say. And overall, we played okay. We played quite well, I think, in certain patches. And it just didn't happen. I'll agree with Alan with that.
Yeah, it just
paints the story perfect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does paint the story perfect. Check decided to have done.
We have Sir Ray. Let's see, we've got an audio call. Hang on, mate, we'll get you on. Hello, mate. Right. Hello, mate. You right?
Hey. You alright?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
Can you hear me alright?
I certainly can, mate. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
what-
a little bit low, but never mind.
Yeah, mate. I can hear you loud and proud, mate. What's your thoughts on the game this afternoon, mate?
Well, there were some bright moments in the game, but disappointed with certain aspects of the game. I thought Pereira, as much as he's a very skillful player, and he beats his man well, when it comes to tracking back and tackling, he's not really up for it. He doesn't do a midfielder's job, coming from, tracking back, etc. Capu, I'm not criticising Capu, but I just think that trying to play the mantle of a defensive midfield player, play so cleverly, is a bit too much for him. I think he's not really. He seems to be drifting in and out of games. He seems to wander about the pitch and not get too involved.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say the second goal was probably down to his lack of sort of vision, really.
Yeah.
I think.
What do you think?
Yeah. Hello, Ray. It's Moobs here, mate.
Hello, Moobsy.
Hello, mate. I made it back somehow.
Good for you, mate. Where's my beer?
Yeah, where is this beer?
He's still got it.
In my belly.
Next one, I'll get you one.
Stuck up the ladder, couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I left that on the ladder.
Step ladder.
Yeah, get that step ladder out. Yeah, I do tend to agree with you there, Ray. I think Capu, just didn't. He didn't get going at times today for me. He was hacked out. He was hacked down a heck of a lot, and he did start complaining to Atkinson about it.
Didn't he?
What's that, Ray?
Yeah, it took my friend. I mean, there were some encouraging signs in certain areas of the pitch. I mean, I think Deeney fell into the trap a little bit today, unfortunately. He was set up. The Arsenal fans were waiting bated breath to try and knock him down in any way they can. And the penalty miss just set them up nicely, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Massively.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but yeah, I think it's safe to say I don't really want to go back to that stadium anymore because it's a tourist stadium.
That's what Susan said.
It's a surrender. I said straight away on the tour.
Yeah. We all started singing it, but
too many albatrosses in there, mate. Too many albatrosses.
Yeah, far too many, mate. Far too many. But what did you think of Prodal's performance today? Because I know we've all been saying about him. He's looking a bit ropey.
I've got to agree with what's been said so far. He had a very average performance today. Very disappointing with his distribution. Makes you wonder whether or not Britos may get a chance to come back into the side again because he seems to be struggling. Whether it's because he's not really matching up with playing with Maps, I don't know. But 1 minute he looks really good, and then the next minute he does daft silly balls, and he just didn't seem at home at all today. He was very nervous.
Agree, mate. I thought Maps had a decent game.
Yeah, Maps never lets the cause down. I always feel that, yeah, okay, people could knock him for the first goal. I think it was a difficult one. It was a brilliant ball into the box, and I think even the best defenders might have struggled against that. But no, he had a good game. He probably, out of all the players out there, he probably shone above all of them, really. He was probably the best player on the pitch.
So he'd be your man of the match then for us.
Yeah, because he's a 110% player. Well, as you know, they're a dying breed in today's game because there's prima donnas about. But yeah, I mean, he gave it everything. He goes for the crest. He's Watford through and through. So yeah, I would say he was our man of the match for death.
I've got to say, huge respect to him giving his fan away, giving his shirt away to a fan at the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
He was the only one out of the whole squad to do so. He came straight over, took his shirt off, gave it to someone in the crowd.
Yeah, it was a little boy at the front of the stand. I was watching it from where I was, and he'd already pointed out to him So,
Evening, Aidan. Evening, Aidan. Evening, Aidan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Ray. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. I take it you put your lipstick and handbag away for tonight.
Mate,
Yeah, so it's down there, mate.
it's down there, it's down there. We'll be making a special guest appearance. Right, well,
I'm sure I saw you today, but so I got involved with a few conversations. I met Duncan and his mum. They were sitting in front of us.
Oh, we found the ground then.
He did, yeah. He was his usual very exploring self regarding sort of some of the stuff he was saying.
That sounds a bit anonymous. Very exploring.
like Dora the bloody Explorer.
Well, you know, he's like
He likes to explore air.
basis.
Yeah, no.
He's like a home pigeon, mate. You know, he zones in on things.
Duncan, can you please call in, mate?
But no, he was good. Yeah, we had a good old chat today. It's nice to see a lot of people there we know.
Yeah.
From the podcast and yeah, all good. I mean, the only thing I can draw from this result is that I think we all expected us to come away maybe with an away win, which would have been nice, but hey ho, it's 36 points we've got now. I don't believe, well, maybe 36 might be the yardstick to be safe, but I wouldn't be happy with that. I'll be only happy when we reach the magic 4-0. There's some winnable games in there. I can't say we're going to get anything out of the Liverpool game, but certainly Bournemouth at home and the Burnley game maybe get a draw, but I think we'll just sneak it. We'll finish. Who knows? We might even finish 8th. You just don't know. It's a funny game, isn't it? So we've got some interesting home games coming up, but we need to get the points in the bag before we start thinking about Man United away and Tottenham away, because it's important.
Yeah, I completely agree.
If you look at the table now, you've got to say that Southampton have got the worst running out of the lot. They've got 5 away games, 3 home games against, I think, top 5 teams. Yeah. They look like they're probably in the mire. I would say West Brom.
West Brom's got quite a few tough games.
And it'll be one of the next 3 above.
Yeah.
Ray, what did you think of...
What are your thoughts on that, guys? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think this year they've actually, the FA have been kind to us with our running. You know, the last couple of years when we've been up, we've been in the Prem, we've had a massive kick in the nuts when it comes to running. But I think this year we have got it in our favour, and the fact we've already got the points on the board, and I keep saying, and I will reiterate this, our goal difference is 1,000,000 times better than some of the teams at the bottom end of the table. And I think that's what we've got to take on board as well, because that basically acts as an extra couple of points, because people have got to try and overhaul that goal difference to catch us, as well as win the games. So
I think also the other factor is looking at the results. Yesterday wasn't such a bad day for us today when you consider West Ham's bad performance at home.
Was that the fans or the players?
Both.
Then Palace's loss at Chelsea, I was jumping up and down.
I was gutted when they lost.
I was so upset. I was crying all the way back from Olympia.
Oh no! I hope you had a box of tissues with you.
It was more like a sit on the loo.
It's probably the kind of panting you get when you Skype call Aidan on a Thursday as well.
Classic, yeah. But no, seriously, guys. I mean, if you look, the results have gone kindly for us, and Bournemouth losing has been a good help for us as well. Really, it's not that bad. As the games are getting ticked off, I wouldn't fancy Palace's chances of staying up with the running they've got either. To be fair, they've got to play us yet.
Exactly, that's going to be a ding dong of a
and that's a
game.
home game for us. So.
Yeah, I think that's one game we've got to get behind them.
Yeah,
from the off. But
I think so.
Ray, what did you think of Firmino and Janmat today teaming up down the right wing?
Firmino, to me, didn't look too fit. I don't think he had the same zip about him. He seemed to be about 70% fit. He wasn't fully operational. Matt kept getting caught out halfway at the pitch, and he couldn't track back in time. That there was a problem with Matt, and Aidan had already said that earlier. I believe that was a problem from that down that right hand side. Arsenal were causing all sorts of problems. Stupid balls down that right side, and then cutting inside and making all sorts of problems for us. It left us very exposed. We're lucky. We went in 1-0 at half time. I said to my mate, I said, "Do you know what? We're lucky. We're going in 1-0. It could easily be more."
Well, that was thanks to Carnesses.
I really believe that if we came out the second half, with a positive start, that we could get back in the game. And then, having started well in the second half, they got that killer second goal, and then the penalty miss. Obviously, that
was it after the penalty, when it really
it was over.
Yeah, I think the boys knew that was it. They were just there for it was not going to be their day.
They were just playing for pride for the rest of the match after that.
That was a defining moment. I mean, had that gone in, I think I really fancied us to get back in the game, and you could see the heads drop when the penalty was saved.
Yeah. The other thing that annoyed me was with the penalty was who was first to the ball after it had been saved? Arsenal players. There was not one Watford player charging in.
They're all expecting Deeney to score it.
They're not. It doesn't matter if you're expecting him to score. You stay on your toes, ready for it to come bouncing back out if it does get saved. And that's one thing that actually annoyed me, because that ball was just free there for about 5 seconds.
It was ready to be hit again.
Yeah, it was ready to be smashed in on the rebound.
Yeah, you've got to be fully alert for anything like that happening. Doesn't matter whether a guy can hit 9 out of 10 penalties in. It's the 10th one. If it's the one that's missed or saved by someone, you've got to have the follow-up procedure always. Well, this goes back to when I was coaching Evergreen Football Club years ago. I did about 8 years down there. We always used to say to the guys, "Look, come on, you've got to practice this in training. The goalkeeper saves it, carries it back, follow up always."
Yeah,
exactly, without a doubt. It's always it's like the Sunday League level when me and you played. We're always told if there's a penalty, you get ready to run in.
Yeah, even the best penalty takers, we said we always expect him to miss the penalties.
Yeah,
as hard as that sounds, you do. Your psyche has to be he's going to miss the penalty.
I'll give you a prime example. I'm going to go back to last season. Harry Kane took one for Spurs. Got it saved. It bounced back out. What suddenly happened? You got 4 Spurs players charging in for the rebound.
Yeah.
They charged in. They banged it into the back of the net.
It is.
And I think
what do you think? Honestly, guys, I mean, I was disappointed with the Impact players coming on the way he did. I mean, Akaka, it was a bit of a shame, really. I thought he may have sort of roughed them up a bit, and maybe the ball would have fallen in kindly to someone in the box to score, but that didn't happen today. And I really think with Sinclair on the bench, couldn't they have used somebody with a bit of pace down that left-hand side?
Just like I said earlier, Gray.
Yeah, I think
Gray
maybe
would have loved it out there today.
I think maybe.
I just feel that. Go on.
No, I was going to say, I think both of them should have been on the pitch. Put Gray and Sinclair on.
Yeah, just go for it. Nothing else to lose.
You got nothing to lose by it. Just let them run. And we all know what Jerome Sinclair can do.
Unless it's
this is the time now. Once we know we're safe, right, officially, effectively, we should start trying maybe Dion Pereira and maybe a couple of the players out to give them a run.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It would be nice to see young Dion Pereira come back in.
Yeah.
Because last season I thought he was fantastic when he made the step up.
He was,
and he could, and you could see he was.
He got big camera from all season.
He got brought in with us struggling so much, but yet he still looked promising.
He put some. Yeah. He looked decent. He looked dangerous.
He put the shift
the
in.
youthful enthusiasm that you always get with these kids. There's no fear factor in it as well, and a local lad.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Another one out of the
Andy Scott's always said about the local lads fitting in, and they said we need to get more of them in there.
Yeah,
you need to find a formula.
Yeah, I think you're right. And the other thing, I think, going back to the game, I think half of the team had a bit of stage fright. Not used to playing in the library when it's quiet.
True.
They'll be screwed at Anfield then.
They won't walk alone though.
Yeah.
No, they'll run alone.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen all the highlights of the game yet. It's too painful for me at the moment to really take in. I might look at it tomorrow morning when I get up.
How do you think me and Moobs feel? We were there.
Yeah, so was Ray.
Yeah, but I had to put up with the replays. What are you on about? You didn't have to put up the replays. You could blank it out very quickly.
No, we have to put up with the 60,000 Arsenal fans around us.
Oh, I didn't have to have that, but I had the 5 replays. Look, this is how it is. It still went in. It doesn't matter. I don't need to see it like 5th time.
I meant to mention, Pidge, that was a great picture this morning of Taylor Rose with a
kitted out, a little kit. I'm getting her kit at the end of the month. She's getting the red one, and Liam's getting the yellow one.
Absolutely superb, mate. Absolutely superb.
Yeah,
start off young.
Oh, definitely, mate. You don't want them supporting that team near Dunstable.
Well, you want to have a laugh. I was running a show, as you know, Olympia. The 12 staff working. I was running a show in Olympia, and I had 12 staff with us. And when I did the build on Wednesday, the first 2 people I bumped into when I got in the hall, when it was totally, there's no one in there, was on the balcony. It was 2 guys, GES, who are sort of contractors doing a lot of shell scheme work. And guess what? One of them was a Scum fan.
Brilliant.
It was in my element, mate. You could have seen his face when I said to him, "Oh, you support that team down the road from me?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, you don't want to know who I support then." He said, "What?" I went, "Watford." He went, "Oh." Classic stuff, mate.
Oh, good times, mate.
I would have ripped him to shreds. The fact they're not top of the table anymore.
But, I mean, he was all right, actually, as it go. He wasn't a bad bloke after. He had just a very silly tracksuit that looked like it cost £2.50 from a second-hand shop.
And seven fingers.
Yeah.
7 fingers in half an arm off.
Big textbook Luton fan then.
Yeah. It was probably bought in the Luton Club shop sale.
What, his fingers?
Yeah.
You can only get the 7-finger gloves from that shop anyway. Oh, that's why you never see him have gloves on, because he can't get 7-finger gloves apart from the club shop.
I love him. Bjorn's little comment here. He's putting he's creasing up at this. He's absolutely loving it.
And the caravan.
His face when he saw me, and when we started talking.
I'm sorry, Ray. You must have noticed the tractor parked outside, surely.
Well, there's a couple of turnips and a few potatoes out there. I guessed he's obviously left the tractor outside. Yeah.
I thought that would have thrown you a little bit.
Classic, mate. Classic. Look, you're doing a great job, guys. All I say to you is, don't matter what day you put the midweek thing on. I'm happy whichever way you want to do it. If it suits you to do a Tuesday, listen, you've got to do what's best for you.
Yeah, mate.
All right.
Exactly.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for that, mate.
I hope to come on the show very soon.
Yep.
We'll sort that out.
Yes, mate, definitely.
And guys, just keep up the good work, because it's really going well.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
And thank you for all your contributions, mate.
Well, it's all worthwhile, and it's you that make it, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
See you soon, mate. Bye.
See you later, mate.
Right, sorry, mate. I cut him off a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, we'll do a big shout out with all these comments in a minute, you two, and get as many people shout. I did say, guys, we will shout out as many comments as you can. I'll just go through a couple of plugs, get through these really quickly, and we'll get some of your opinions shouted out. Just remember, we are in association with WD18, the Watford Fans channel. These boys are on it. He's on it every single week anyway, and Arsenal Fan TV from now on. Yeah. Less we talk about our channel, the better. Go on to WD18 it's now on Facebook, but go on to YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Post-match, pre-match, News throughout the week from Jacob and the lads. Like I say, you like, share and subscribe in association. We are with WD18. Paul Muzzie's vlogs. He will be doing a vlog, probably really painful on his behalf to make one from this afternoon, but go on into his YouTube. He's on Facebook as well, but on YouTube, once again, like, share and subscribe. Brilliant vlogs from Mr. Muzzy. Just remember Abby St. Eve for all your superhero t-shirts. The Rambo one is there. I mean, we've got a few guys. We've got Dini ones. I know Ramage one. Yeah, there we go. It happens. We've got Gomez. Dini shirts flying off the shelves. Just remember, message Jim Cook. Just say thank you, Jim Cook. He's designing a couple of logos for me as well. Once again, thank you very much. Message Lord Soren as well with ideas. Quick, fast delivery from ashbysainteve.com. Go on to Google and Google them off. And other things like gifts and souvenirs from them. Happy Hornet with Watford Steve. Quick, fast delivery jackets. I know he's doing about 25% off some straight out of Vicarage Road t-shirts. He's got loads of other gift ideas. Go to Happy Hornet on Facebook. He's got all the links to his shop. And also remember Graham Laycock with the mugs, $7.99. We've all got one. Have you ordered yours yet? $7.99.
Exactly. The
epilepsy charity, so you get a really good quality mug, and also you pay your bit for charity as well. So message Graham Laycock for more details on the forum. So let's get on to some comments, because we've been chatting to Sir Ray, and we've heard his opinion. Let's get on to the other guys' opinions. Go on, boys, shoot them off.
Here we go.
I've got one there from Stuart. He's saying we are a small club in Hertfordshire, punching above our weight. Go to Watford Junction on a Saturday morning and watch residents of Watford in Pool or United colours. Boarding trains northbound. I'm a Happy Hornet, guys. We are Premier League.
Good shout, mate.
I hate thinking that we're a small club punching above our weight. I hate thinking.
I love the proud thing when he says I'm Watford and proud. Doesn't matter what they're doing. Yeah,
I'm Watford and proud, but I hate saying that we're a small club punching above our weight.
I think compared to
I always said in the Championship we're a Premier League side that need to get back on our feet, and we have got back on our feet, and we're now near enough comfortable in the Premier League.
Exactly. Super Dan Grimley says we always running on pens. James Marshall, I live near Southampton and fans think that we're doomed with their running. If West Brom are already down, there is one place to fill, and that'll be between Palace and Stoke. Yep. I bet on a top 10 finish for us at the start of the season. I may have been pessimistic.
Yeah.
So, Sir Alan of Laughwell, Gracia doesn't fancy Gray. It's obvious. I think that's actually my comment was pretty summed it up. Another one came back from Al. Gray has been utilised correctly. I think that's actually quite true. I think that is because
Watford Woody said something about this as well. Go on, you go. You said
I was just going to say, I do tend to agree, because when we had that strange Portuguese manager who thought he could go to Everton and stab us in the back. Yeah, that one.
Wayne Carr.
He didn't. Gray was getting opportunities then, but he wasn't scoring.
No.
He was having shot after shot that wasn't going in, and I think in the end he lost patience with him, and that's why he got dropped.
Yeah.
And now it seems to be Gracia's probably seen that and gone, I need to see something. Do something special in training that's going to make me say, you're the one that's going to go and lead that line now, and you're going to get me goals.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think he does need a cut. Guys and girls, I do believe Gray just needs a bit to play a game. Maybe just score a little tap in. A tap in.
Strikers thrive on goals, don't they? Confidence. They thrive on confidence and goals. Goals give them confidence.
The thing is, whenever Gray was playing, he was playing up top on his own, and whenever Dini came on,
we need to see
Gray was playing better.
We need to support. We need to see this two up front with Gray, and then I will really judge him on that.
Just like when we had Southampton at home, Dini and Gray up top, they completely tore Southampton apart. I'm surprised they didn't actually go on and win the game for us.
Yeah, Mick saying he's playing devil's advocate, people, being on Gray's back all season, but he scored. This is him being on Gray's back all season, but he scored more goals in open play Deeney's missed a penalty. He's had a bad season. He's only scored 2 goals in open play, but not a word. If the right money comes in, do we sell him? This is including Deeney. But he's thrown it as devil's advocate because we always love a bit of devil's advocate on this show.
We do
because he does the balance. We give the balanced view rather than just one side of it.
I still believe Deeney has a job to do for us, no matter what anyone says. And Deeney's even admitted that he has come. It sounds like he has seriously come close to leaving. But the problem is, and it's still this underlying problem, that Watford have to give 25% to Walsall.
And that's what Deeney said, that it's a sticking point, isn't it?
Which is why the transfer fee is going higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
And people are saying, well, we're not going to pay it. Because Watford are saying, well, we've got to give this amount to them because if that's what we put in the contract. But then, they're saying, well, we're not going to pay you that amount. Just to make you happy.
Well, fair play to Walsall. I mean, you look at Walsall's point of view. Fair play to him because he's going to get 25% of it.
Yeah.
No wonder we didn't sell him for 35 million to us.
Exactly. And Walsall have already said if Watford sell Deeney, they're going to get the biggest payday, and they said they can buy back their ground, they can redevelop the ground, and they can actually go and sign players.
And still a £5 to buy Luton's club, but you wouldn't want to do it. Keep the £5
Do you want to actually pay a £5 for it?
No, because you can buy fish and chips with that,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
everything up there. It's actually quite tasty actually as well. So you get more value for money. You get a better result that way anyway.
Yeah, I like what Darren's just put here. Actually, he's put stick Gray in the under-23s. Well, that's not a bad shout.
No.
Stick him in there and say,
scoring goals.
Yeah,
no,
go and score some goals.
I wouldn't. The under-23s would be too easy for him.
But it just confidence. What he's saying is he's confident. If he scores 20 goals in I'm not saying he would, but he scores 20 goals in 25 games or something. Just give him a bit of confidence.
But confidence or not, if you're constantly scoring against the under-23s and then you come back to the Premier League and you're not scoring, your confidence is going to get knocked so much more.
That's the point, but also he's not doing that anyway. So why don't we just do it? Why don't we just do it and give it a go?
Getting some match fitness.
Because if he does go back there and not score again, we said, well, we can't do any more. We've given him the chance of the first team, he didn't take it. In terms of how many goals he scored, we put him in the under-23s, and he's come back and he's still not taking it. So now we've given him twice the amount of chances that a lot of people are not affording him.
Yeah.
If they had their way.
But again, it all comes to that huge thing that we've been saying since the start of the bloody season, 2 up top.
Yeah.
I do want. I'd like to see that.
How much longer can we persevere with not going 2 up top?
I think now because of the last 2 games, and the Chelsea game, we got wins out of those 3. We're playing 1 up top. He now got to look at it now and say, okay, we lost this game. Let's give it go against Liverpool. Write it off. Well, I don't want to say write it off, but let's, for sake of argument, write it off and say, okay, let's play 4-4-2 and see how it goes against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because we've still got 4 at the back, marking 3, aren't you?
Exactly.
Well, in theory, you've still got that 1 player free.
Yeah.
Man marking 3 players. As long as we man mark and got 1 free, doubling up.
Yeah.
Whoever has the ball.
And then on the bench, you still have just to say, Okaka, Sinclair. You've also got Carrillo there, who can sometimes play up top. Hughes going in behind Deeney. Hughes can strike the ball well as well. That's 4 pretty much outfield attackers. And then you got Deeney and Gray on the pitch. That makes 6. So you might as well just stick the 2 up top.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. Alan's posted, I'd buy Luton's ground and turn it into a Lidl. I do believe that's what they want to do with it, but the council...
You'd actually buy that crap hole?
The thing is that Bjorn's actually speculating. This is turning into a bit of a bidding war here. First it was Deeney not for sale. Bjorn's now turned around and officially confirmed that Luton's ground ain't worth a £5. So Alan really saying it's money for nothing and your chicks for free sort of thing, as Don Strace would say.
I could get my favourite burger with that £5.
And they still have enough money to buy them.
Yeah.
That's the thing, mate. You really have to sort of budget in these things, especially if it turns into an Audi. Probably be more expensive buying the Audi than it would be buying the football club.
Yeah, but there'll be a difference. The Audi will actually make profit.
Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. They will make a profit.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think there's still there is stuff to be worked on. I think it's clear.
Mm.
You know, like we said, like I said earlier, Kaka had a bad day at the office because he didn't get no service, didn't get into the game, which didn't help us at all. I think we can all safely say the penalty miss just turned the game on its head because that was it. We were shot.
But there was encouraging signs. There was encouraging signs.
Yeah, there's still some encouraging
yeah,
signs.
Definitely.
But I think also, and I'm going to have to say, there's one player we've actually missed off in all of this. Delafeu. I think we're missing him.
Oh, Delboy, we are. It's freshness
he
brought, wasn't it?
I think that's, and I think this is where the problem's going to lie, which is why I said having this international break when it is it could just be a blessing in disguise for us, because we've got half a chance to get one or two back.
Yeah.
I know they said. I know we've all said Firmino's thing is meant to be four weeks minimum. But what's going to happen with it, I don't know. Will it turn into longer?
No.
I'm hoping not, but I do believe he is actually back in Spain at the minute.
For España.
He's gone back. He's gone back home for a little while to recuperate. Because I've seen.
Yeah. I think he's gone back to Barca for check-up. I think that Barca are dealing with him, aren't they? Well, he's
still wearing his Watford kit then. Because if you look,
but he changed
Instagram.
No, but he's gone back to get it.
A lot of
get sorted out.
Yeah. But a lot of players go back to their former clubs anyway, even if they're not on loan. And so a lot of clubs offer an olive branch and say, "Look, come back and we'll have a look at you," sort of thing. Right, we've got to wrap this up now. But guys, before these boys do their last word, can I just say thank you? Last word. But guys, can I just say thank you ever so much once again?
Yeah.
You know, guys, can I just
you back, but.
Yeah, but the thing is though, he said, Luton's going to turn it into Lidl. Thing is though, now he's saying the other supermarkets are available.
That's just got me.
Right, we'll carry that on Thursday, and we'll discuss this with this Sir Dunk about what supermarkets are actually available. But we haven't got time at the moment. But guys, can I just say we'll wrap this up now? Thank you ever so much for joining this forum. We've got over we've got over 860.
It's almost 870 now.
Almost 870, boys. So thank you ever so much. I know Ray and a few others say thank you to us for making this podcast what it is. At the end of the day, I say this every week. You guys make this podcast what it is. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of this day.
You didn't say day, you said gay.
At the end of the day, you're gay. guys. Yeah, no, because otherwise we're being to 9:30, boys. But just remember, guys, at the end of the day, you guys, you make this forum what it is, and we keep on growing. Just keep on sharing everywhere, and just remember, to the end of the month, we will be doing Thursday nights, and around the 29th of March, we will be starting Tuesday nights. So, guys, just keep on sharing, and that's it. Just keep on commenting. Thank you very much, boys. Right. Like at the end of the day, let's get on to moves. Talk about gays, get on the moves. Go on.
Behave, if you know what I mean. Yeah, behave again. Well, it's that time we have to say goodbye. 870 people. I'm still not happy, for God's sake! Right, we're on 870, and I'm making it a mission to get to 1,000. And I'm going to need you lot to blooming help me. So come on, guys, go out, go work in the morning, because I'm pretty sure there's people in your office who are Watford fans that are saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to join, but I don't think I'll do it in a day or two." It's check out Lidl. We'll go down Lidl and tell all them as well. So please, guys, just keep spreading the word. Some of them have already beaten me to it. You can tell you what, tell the soldiers, tell the army, because they're about at the minute. Tell everyone. If you know someone in the armed forces that are Watford fans, tell them about it. You know, the more we get, the better. But please, please, please keep spreading the word. I love doing this. Paul loves doing this. Aidan's been here tonight. He loves coming on. The young man over there, he loves coming on, but he got a red card tonight for not defending a free kick ball. So, yeah, guys, please just keep spreading the word. You can tell anyone you want, the postman, the milkman, the person in the office block, the person, the council tax office person if you have to. Even tell the traffic warden, but please don't punch them if they're giving you a ticket. Like I almost did. But, yeah, like I say, just put it out there, guys. Just tell everyone about this. And remember, when they join, 3 easy questions. If they're Watford fans, they're going to know the answers. So remember, tell them that as well, and then we'll get them on board.
And breathe.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's good night from him.
It's good night from him.
It's a good night from him.
So,
Boys,
so yeah, see you
have a good
Thursday.
one, guys.
Yep.
We'll get back up.